Okay, good morning everyone. And welcome to today's spring O-Higan, the other shore service. Today, I would like to show you Japanese storytelling called Kamishibai. This is translated as picture card show. So the story's title is Odango Koro Koro, dumpling plumpity plump. So if there are any children, please come front, come get closer so you can see better. This is our tradition that we make dumpling around O-Higan time, both in spring and fall. In spring, the dumpling is called hagimochi, botamochi. And fall time, it's called ohagi. Did you know that? We make same kind of dumpling, but name is a little different. Okay, dumpling plumpity plump. Long time ago, there was an elder couple. It was getting warmer every day, and it was a time of O-Higan. So they were preparing dumpling to offer to the Buddha. But a dumpling fell from man's hand. Plumpity plump, plumpity plump. Wait, dumpling, where are you going? The man chased the dumpling, and the dumpling spoke while rolling. I will roll to the hole of Ojizo-san. And then he went down the hole, so the man also went down the hole. Oh, here's really Ojizo-san. The man picked dumpling up and offered clean side of dumpling to Ojizo-san. I am sorry that I can offer you only half of this, Ojizo-san. Then Ojizo-san spoke to him. Grandpa. Huh? Are you talking to me? Yes, indeed. Thank you for the dumpling. Come closer and step on my knee. The man was surprised and asked, step on your knee? It's okay, step on it. Then climb up to my head. The man felt sorry, but followed what Ojizo-san said. Did you climb up? Ogs come here tonight to have party. So stay here, and when you think it is good timing, cry like a rooster. Okay, I'll do whatever you said. Then the Ogs came. Oh yeah, let's party. Let's have fun tonight. And they started the party. Some started singing, and some started dancing. The man thought this is good timing, so he cried, cock-a-doodle-doo! Oh my gosh, it's morning already. The Ogs were panicked and have run away, leaving a lot of foods and treasures. Grandpa, don't hesitate to take these food and treasure home. Oh, don't Og get angry if I take it? Don't worry, I will handle it. Oh, okay. The man and the lady was happy looking at treasures they received. Then his mean neighbor visited them. Oh, wow, what a treasures you have. Where did you get it? Oh, I just dropped the dumpling and it led me to the Ojizo-san's hole. The man told everything to the neighbor. Then the neighbor said, What? You dropped the dumpling? Mom, hurry, we should do the same. Come on, dumpling, roll to the hall. The neighbor man impatiently kicked the dumpling, and the dumpling fell into the hole. Then the neighbor man entered the hole and stepped on the head of Ojizo-san. He ate clean part of dumpling and offered dirty, dusty dumpling to Ojizo-san. Ojizo-san didn't say anything, but looks like his face is twisted a little. Then the oaks came as the man was talking about. The neighbor man was impatient again and cried, "Cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo." What? I thought we just came here and it's already a morning. The oaks were surprised and almost left the place. But the other oaks said, "Wait, guys, the rooster sounded funny." The oaks turned around. "Smells like human. Smells like human. That's strange. That's strange. I found you. How dare you deceive oaks? What a jerk. Take this, take this." The oaks started to hit the neighbor man. "Ouch, ouch. Please, please stop it." So instead of bringing treasure home, he barely brought himself home. So this is the story, Dumpling Plumpty Plump, Odango Koro Koro. What this story is trying to tell us. It's better to be patient, right? Did you remember what Marilyn said? 6 parameters. One of 6 parameters is patience. Patience, right? So don't try to be like mean neighbor man, but try to be like a man who received treasures from Og. Okay? So thank you for coming. And in closing, please join me in Gassho and Nembutsu. So please put your palms together and recite Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namman Da Butsu, Namman. Okay. Now, I'd like to share a Wasan poem written by Shinran Shonin. If the kids want to go back to your parents' place, it's okay. If you want to stay here, it's okay too. And this Wasan poem is on page 364 of Collected Works of Shinran. So please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together again. The adornments of the Pure Land of Peace are perceived only through the wisdom shared by Buddhas. That land is infinite, like space, vast and without bound. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda. So when I was in elementary school, I was in a club. It's called Broadcasting Club. Every classroom had TV, and the elementary school had a broadcasting room, which has a PA system and a camera. So my job was to read Kamishibai to children. Actually, I was children too. I was 5th grade or something. One day, I was reading Kamishibai just like today. The 1st grader or 2nd grader came to the broadcasting room and said, "Thank you for the funny story." So that made me kind of practice Kamishibai over and over again to entertain children. And today, we are observing Spring O-Higan service. And this year's Spring O-Higan is special. Do you know why? No idea? because Ichiro Suzuki came back to Seattle. I'm so happy that he came back to Seattle. And I think we need to have Sunday service at Safeco Field one day. So, as Marlene said, O-Higan literally means the other shore, and the other shore is the Pure Land of Amida Buddha. And I was reading the book of one of the scholars I respect, Reverend Jitsuen Kakehashi, and he said something like this. If we ask Shinran Shonin, does the Pure Land really exist? Then he will probably reply as, what I can say as it really exists in the real sense is only the Pure Land. And Shinran Shonin understood the Pure Land as the realm of enlightenment of Amida Buddha, and it is a world of truth where it's apart from all false and delusion. So this sentence written by Kakehashi Sensei describes really well of what the Pure Land is for Jodo Shinshu Buddhist. And I think some people have problem understanding the concept of the Pure Land. And I think this is because people try to understand the Pure Land without understanding what our world, this shore is. And this shore, this world is a world we think as really exists. But this is a world of delusion created by our own mind, created by our desires. This is a Buddhist understanding of this world. I said I am happy that Ichiro Suzuki came back to Seattle, but I read some of the reporters making comments. Seattle could have younger and better player than Ichiro, so he is basically not happy about Ichiro's return. So we see the same fact, but distinguish it with our own mind. Since it is based on our own distinction, it is called false imaging or delusional conceptualization. So nothing really exists as we think. You still don't think so? No? For example, do you have any idea what this is? Marker. It's a pen. Yes. So if you Google Yukari, Y-U-K-A-R-I, pen, P-E-N, then you will find pen-shaped rice seasoning. Do you know rice seasoning? Furikake? So this is a pen, actually, but when you open it, it's rice seasoning. So I forgot to bring the picture. That makes much easier to understand. But, we think that without doubting, looking at this shape of thing and think that, oh, this is a pen, right? We have a habit that we instantly distinguish things by its shapes or appearances. And there is a story about a Japanese monk named Ikkyu Sojun, known as Ikkyu-san. And one day a messenger from the nobility came to visit Ikkyu-san's temple and asked him to come and conduct the first year memorial service for the former head of the family. So Ikkyu-san asked the date and time of the service and told them that he will be there. And on the same day, a monk with worn out, rigid robe visited the house where Ikkyu-san was invited. At the door, the monk asked the house servants for the offerings. Then the servants said, "No, we don't have anything for you. Go home," and tried to lead the monk leave the property. But the monk repeated asking for the offering. So the son of the house came and ordered his servants, "Hey, servants, force him out. If he doesn't listen, beat him up." So poor monk, he was beaten up and was thrown on the ground. And actually, the monk was Ikkyu-san. And next day, Ikkyu-san wore beautiful, shiny, goldish robe and visited the nobility's house at promised time. And at the door, all the family members and servants were waiting for Ikkyu-san's arrival. The head of the house politely asked Ikkyu-san to come in. But Ikkyu-san said, "No, that's fine. I will stay here," and sat on the ground. The man asked Ikkyu-san again and again to come in, but Ikkyu-san did not move at all. Then the man started to feel irritated and grabbed Ikkyu-san's arm. Then Ikkyu-san finally said, "Well then, bring this robe. My body is not that important, so I stay here." And Ikkyu-san started laughing and said, "You know, I am the monk from yesterday. I am the same person. I was beaten up yesterday, but I was warmly welcomed by everyone today. What is all about this? Isn't it because this robe is shiny and goldish?" The family was so embarrassed, and their face started to turn green because Ikkyu-san was a well-respected monk from the other nobilities and shogun of the time. And Ikkyu-san just smiled and took his robe off and said, "Well, ask this robe for the service." And he went back to the temple. So just like this story, we often distinguish or judges people by their appearances. That is what's still happening in the world today, isn't it? These distinguished judges comes from our own mind. So Buddhism is teaching us that this world cannot be true. Then now, what is a world of truth like? That is opposite of this shore. This shore is a world created by our own mind. So the other shore is the world of oneness. It is apart from our own impure distinction of like or dislike, good or bad, beautiful or ugly, and so on. It is free from the impure desires such as greed, anger, ignorance, thirst, envy, and so on. That is why it is called Pure Land, Pure Land. And one of the 7 Pure Land masters, Vasubandhu, wrote on treatise on the Pure Land and said, "Contemplating that world in light of its features, I see that it transcends the 3 worlds. It is infinite like space, vast and boundless." So the Pure Land is a realm beyond our false and imaginary distinction. It is a realm beyond any limitation. It embraces all beings with vast and boundless wisdom. And when we realize that what the world of truth is like, we also realize how our view of the world is really narrow. And there is an old saying, "A frog in the well don't know what the ocean is like. A frog in the well does not know what the ocean is like." So we are the frog attaching to our narrow view of the world. We think that this world is the only world. This is the true and real world. But the Pure Land becomes the source of turning our ideas or broaden our view of the world. And I was always wondering what the frog would do if the frog realized there's vast ocean out of the well. He or she probably think about how vast the ocean is and compare to the world he's or she's living. And the well was the only world he or she knew before, but not anymore. The frog would feel embarrassed by how he or she was living with narrow viewpoint. So this is just a metaphor, so don't be picky. It does not describe everything well, but the life supported by the teaching of the Pure Land is same thing. When we realize that there are vast and boundless realm of the truth outside of our narrow, false and imaginary world, we feel embarrassed of our narrow viewpoint and try to live with the broader viewpoint. This is the path of Nembutsu. And we gathered here today for O-Higan service, not to doubt that there is a Pure Land, the world of truth, but to realize how we are often living with narrow viewpoint and rethink our own conducts. So thank you all for coming today. And in closing, please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. The adornments of the Pure Land of Peace are perceived only through the wisdom shared by Buddhas. That land is infinite, like space, vast and without bound. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda.